Have you ever looked at a drawing and thought, wow, it feels like I'm stepping into another world? That's the magic of perspective. Today I'm going to teach you how to master one-point perspective, one of the simplest yet most powerful techniques in art. Whether you're just starting out or you want to refine your skills, this method will unlock the secrets to adding depth to your work. Ready to dive in? Let's go. One-point perspective is the key to creating depth in your drawings. It works by guiding all parallel lines to a single vanishing point on the horizon line, creating the illusion of space and distance. This technique mimics how our eyes actually see the world. When you look down a long road, notice how the edges seem to converge at a single point in the distance. That's what we're replicating on paper. You'll see one-point perspective used everywhere, from art and photography to film and even video games. Here's the recap of what we learned in the last video. The horizon line represents your eye level. The vanishing point is where all parallel lines appear to meet. And orthogonal lines are the invisible guides that lead objects into the distance. These are the building blocks of one-point perspective. And once you understand them, you can draw anything. And for those of you who might be asking themselves, does the vanishing point have to be on the horizon line? Imagine standing in a vast open field, your eye level with the horizon. The horizon line you see represents your eye level, the point where the earth meets the sky. This simple line holds the key to perspective in art and design. Now, if you lower that horizon line, it's as if you're crouching down to the ground, seeing the world from below, as if looking up at a tall structure or distant mountain. If you raise the horizon line, you're standing on a higher vantage point, peering down on the world from above. The objects around you, their size, their angles, and their relationships to each other all shift based on that height. And then there's the vanishing point, the place where all the lines in your world seem to meet, drawn by the invisible hand of perspective. In most cases, this vanishing point lies on the horizon line because it's a reflection of your eye level, the point where your sight converges. But, and this is important, there are exceptions. When you enter the realm of three-point perspective, where you're looking up at a towering skyscraper or down at a bustling city street, the third vanishing point can rise above or drop below the horizon line. It's as if the world itself is bending around you, revealing a whole new way to see. So yes, the vanishing point often aligns with the horizon line. But perspective is full of nuance, and sometimes those rules bend to reveal new truth about how we see the world. The horizon is the anchor, and the vanishing point is its guide. But together, they help you paint the reality of how you look at the world around you. Let's try this out on paper, shall we? Lightly draw a horizon line across the page. Mark a vanishing point in the center of the horizon line. Draw two diagonal lines starting at the vanishing point and expanding outwards to the bottom of the page to create a road. Doing small exercises like this will help you improve your skills much faster. You can add details like dashed lines, sidewalks, or curves, making sure they converge at the vanishing point. Let's draw a square here. Now let's turn the square into a cube by extending the orthogonal lines from its edges to the vanishing point. You can now close off the back edge of the cube. To make a perfect cube, it all comes down to practice. Even I need a lot more practice. Taking that cube as an example, we're going to make another cube, but closer to the vanishing point, which means we will want to make it smaller. Objects closer to the vanishing point appear smaller, while those further away appear larger. It helps with the illusion of perspective. Let's take clouds for example. If you want to draw a beautiful landscape, you'll want to make the clouds that are higher bigger, and as you get closer to the horizon line, you'll want to make them smaller. The same goes for buildings. If you were to draw a city, the closer you'd get to the vanishing point, the smaller the buildings will be. The further away you go, the bigger they will get. Let's draw a couple more cubes before we move on. It's normal to make mistakes when learning perspective. Here are a few common ones to watch out for. First, check your orthogonal lines. If they're not aiming towards the vanishing point, your drawing will feel skewed. Second, watch the alignment of your objects. Everything needs to follow the same perspective rules or it will look off. Finally, be consistent with your proportions. If an object is closer, it should be larger. If it's farther, it should be smaller. Take your time to adjust, erase, and refine. Perspective is all about precision. Now that we've mastered floating shapes, let's add another layer, the telephone pole technique. This method helps you measure and draw objects that shrink evenly into the distance, like trees, lampposts, or, you guessed it, telephone poles. Let's start by adding in our horizon line and vanishing point. Let's add two converging lines on our right side, one above and one below our horizon line. Now let's draw two vertical lines remotely close to each other. These will be our so-called telephone poles. Our next step will be finding the middle point. We'll be doing this by creating construction lines going from the bottom of the right pole to the top of the other, and the opposite way round. Now that we've found our middle point, we want to add construction lines going from that spot to the vanishing spot, which will be going through the center of each pole. My guess was not far off. Now for the magic formula. We want to go from the bottom of our right pole, going through the center of our left pole, to see where the top of the next pole will be. See? Now let's try this again. This technique is great for creating repetitive elements that shrink naturally into the distance. Once you get the hang of it, you can use it for fences, lampposts, or even rows of trees in a forest scene. Perspective isn't just a technical skill, it's a tool for storytelling. It allows you to create immersive scenes that draw viewers in. Today we covered one-point perspective basics, drew floating shapes, and learned the telephone pole technique for evenly shrinking objects. For your homework, I challenge you to create your own one-point perspective scene. Combine the techniques we've learned, draw a road, add floating objects, and use the telephone pole method to create depth. Post your work online and tag me so I can cheer you on. Perspective is the foundation of so many creative dreams. With practice and patience, you can use it to bring your ideas to life. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with a fellow creative, and subscribe for more tutorials. Keep creating!